want you to look deep inside yourself.
I make bad decisions.
And you're still choosing to do this nonsense. And whether or not there's supposed to be 5 people in the cell or 2 people in the cell, they will put 5 people in that cell. What have you been doing with your life? Do you know how many 20-year-olds are at the prison? I will sentence you to.
This 20-year-old is facing life in prison for aggravated robbery, and while he's out on bond, he's somehow managed to end up right back in court. Apparently, staying out of trouble wasn't enough of a priority. He's crying his eyes out, but Judge Boyd isn't buying the waterworks. And by the end of this hearing, she gives him a choice that could completely change his future. Make sure you watch until the end to see exactly what she offers him. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoy Judge Boyd's courtroom hearings. I'd love to hear what you think. But anyway, let's dive in.
Are you all proceeding on the motion to revoke?
We made the recommendation that MRT, this is going to go forward. Yeah, that's the MRT, yes, the MRT and the ILP.
All right. The court is calling 2023 CR 2570B State versus Joshua Jacob Cannon. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Mark Lifford, fence judge.
And are you Joshua Jacob Cannon?
Sure.
All right. So here's the thing. You got to save the tears because we're here on a motion to revoke. Because the state is alleging that there are some actions that you did that were a violation of your conditions. Do you understand?
Judge Boyd shutting down his crying with "Save the Tears" sounds cold, but honestly, it makes sense. Tears aren't going to count as community service, and they definitely aren't going to erase the fact that he tested positive for drugs. At some point, the court needs actions, not just emotion.
All right. So are you the same Joshua Jacob Cannon who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2570B for the offense of aggravated robbery on June 12, 2023 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. And we're proceeding with number 2, that is the second to last number 2.
Okay.
There's a violation of condition number 2 on or about the 16th day of August 2024. The Bear County Executive, the defendant Joshua Jacob Cannon, and then there commits to the illegal use of controlled substance, mainly marijuana, violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Waiver name violation.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you to life in prison?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you have some sort of an agreement that you've worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that. Once you've pled true, I can sentence you to life in prison. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Knowing that, you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is denied a motion to adjudicate, continue the individual on the deferred with the amendments to add MRT course and intensive outpatient treatment.
All right. Is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Let me ask you something. Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
Then why are you doing this?
I make bad decisions.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You have decisions that you have to make. And on the one hand, your decision is, do I want to do this? If I do this and I'm caught, I can look at life in prison. And then what ends up happening is your attorney has and this is where I've been a defense attorney before. This is where the attorneys are throwing themselves on the mercy of the court saying, please let this judge follow our agreement, even though I don't have to do it. So when you're making decisions and knowing you could go to prison and you're still choosing to do this nonsense.
I've been going to NA meetings. I've been going there for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to.
Well, but see, here's the thing. You've been on probation since 2023 and you only have two weeks. What have you been doing with your life? Do you have employment?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for Home Country Waste Solutions. I've worked 60 hours every week.
Mm-hmm. But you find time to do this. So, I mean, I will tell you, and your attorney will tell you, and Mr. Garaham will tell you. How old are you?
20.
You're 20. Do you know how many 20-year-olds are at the prison? A lot. And if you don't want to get your life in order, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be at the prison. I will still remember you because I remember all the people who come through here. But you know what everybody's going to say? Oh, well. And this is what I can tell you about the government. The government may not have money to build state hospitals, but they will always find money for the prisons. And whether or not there's supposed to be 5 people in the cell or 2 people in the cell, they will put 5 people in that cell. They will put 6 people in that cell. because they're not going to let you just be out here and say, oh, well, it's overcrowded, so we don't have another jail, so we'll just let him be out here. That's not the way it works. And he can tell you that's not the way it works. And if you're drug tested today, are you going to be positive? You need to tell the truth and shame the devil. What are you going to be positive for?
Marijuana.
Yeah.
He's standing there sobbing about how much he values his freedom while admitting he's high right now. That's a pretty serious contradiction. It takes a special kind of bad timing to violate your probation while you're literally standing in court for a probation hearing. If freedom really matters that much, you'd think staying clean would be the first priority.
Here's the thing. I know people say marijuana is not a big thing, but when you're on probation, guess what? And your attorney will tell you this. You're not even allowed to drink alcohol in your house. You're not even allowed to smoke marijuana in your house. If you do, you know what that's telling me? You want to go to prison. So I'm going to give you a decision. And what I can tell you is, you know yourself better than your attorney does, better than I do, better than probation, better than the state does. So I want you to look deep inside yourself and discover and realize whether or not you can complete this probation or not, because you signed up for probation to be on probation for 10 years. So that's 2033. If you cannot complete this probation and you know you cannot complete this probation, just let us know. I will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Otherwise, I will follow this agreement that you've reached. They're going to give you UAs and they're going to test for levels. If those levels go up, that signifies that you're using, and a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and we're going to be right back here. So those are your only two choices. I'll give you the MRT, the intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to make you do NA meetings, and they're going to test for levels, or you can call it a day and I'll sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Which do you prefer?
TR meetings.
All right. Have you had a time to internalize that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because I will tell you, the state will tell you, I've sent 20-year-olds to prison before.
And Judge, I know he's very emotional right now, but when I've talked with him, he has conveyed he needs help. I mean, he has been self-medicating. He got in a real bad accident about a year and a half ago, jacked up his hip, no excuse, but he needs help to figure out not doing that. I mean, he takes full responsibility, Judge.
All right, probation. I'll deny the and I'm sorry, probation. Are you recommending this as well?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court will deny the motion, alternate conditions to include the MRT, IOP, and I'm going to want UAs, test him for levels, and he's going to do sober support meetings, 30 and 30 days, and your levels should start going down. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
Judge, often do you want the those ways?
How often are you, because it's marijuana in his system?
Every 2 weeks.
All right, so there's going to be UA every 2 weeks until he presents with a negative UA. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Everything that you do from here on out, I'm going to help you with your decision making. If your actions could result in you being revoked and going to prison, you shouldn't do it. If your actions are like, maybe this is something I can get revoked for, maybe not, you shouldn't do it. Do you understand? Because otherwise you're going to be at the prison, and either you are, first a motion to revoke will be filed. Either you're going to make bond or you're not. If you don't make bond, we'll bring you over dressed in orange. We'll hear it. And either you're going to get revoked or not. And either you'll end up in prison or not. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I honestly think Judge Boyd gave this guy a real lifeline. But at the same time, she's making it very clear that one more major mistake could change everything. He chose to remain on probation until 2033, which means he has years of conditions to follow and a potential life sentence hanging over him if he fails. Now the question is whether he can actually make it to the finish line. Do you think he'll stay clean and take this opportunity seriously, or are we going to see him back in court again? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Take care.